A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant legal development, the Nevada Supreme Court has reinstated criminal charges against 6 Republican electors who participated in an alternative electoral process during the 2020 presidential election. The ruling has sparked intense reactions, particularly from Nevada's Attorney General Aaron Ford, who has been vocal in his pursuit of justice in what he describes as an effort to uphold democracy. The case revolves around the aftermath of the 2020 election, where allegations of widespread fraud and irregularities led Nevada Republicans to nominate alternate electors for Donald Trump, despite Joe Biden winning the state by a substantial margin. The 6 individuals charged include prominent figures within the Nevada Republican Party, such as Chairman Michael McDonald and National Committeeman Jim DeGraffenreid. They are accused of signing and submitting documents that falsely declared them as the rightful electors for Trump, an act which has been characterized by the Attorney General as a direct attack on the democratic process. Ford's aggressive stance on this issue has been met with criticism from various quarters, with opponents labeling the charges as politically motivated and an example of overreach by a Democrat-controlled office. The Nevada Supreme Court's unanimous decision to allow the case to proceed was based on a legal interpretation that the venue for the trial could be Clark County, where the documents were ultimately delivered, despite the initial mailing occurring in Douglas County. This ruling overturns a previous dismissal by a lower court that had deemed Clark County an inappropriate venue. The implications of this decision are significant, as it opens the door for a trial in a region with a predominantly Democratic jury pool, raising concerns about fairness and impartiality in the proceedings. The defendants have maintained that their actions were part of a legitimate effort to preserve the integrity of the electoral process, and they argue that the charges against them are unfounded. They contend that their actions were not meant to undermine democracy, but rather to challenge what they perceived as irregularities in the electoral process. As this case unfolds, it will likely continue to draw national attention, particularly in the context of ongoing debates about election integrity and the role of alternative electors. The revival of these charges comes at a time when political tensions in the United States are particularly high, with both major parties deeply entrenched in their respective narratives surrounding the 2020 election. For Ford, the pursuit of this case represents a commitment to holding individuals accountable for actions that he believes threaten the foundations of democracy. In his statements, he has emphasized the importance of upholding the rule of law and ensuring that no one is above accountability, regardless of their political affiliations. Meanwhile, supporters of the indicted electors argue that this case is emblematic of a broader pattern of persecution against Republicans in the wake of the 2020 election, framing it as a politically charged attack rather than a legitimate legal proceeding. As the legal battle progresses, it remains to be seen how this case will impact the broader political landscape in Nevada and beyond. The outcome could set a precedent for similar cases in other states, particularly as the nation continues to grapple with the fallout from the contentious 2020 election and the ongoing debates about election integrity. With the Nevada Supreme Court's decision to revive the charges, all eyes will be on the upcoming trial and the potential ramifications for those involved, as well as for the political climate in the state and across the country. The developments in this case will undoubtedly be closely monitored by both supporters and critics of the actions taken by the Nevada Republican electors, as it raises fundamental questions about the nature of democracy and the lengths to which individuals will go to defend their political beliefs. As this story continues to evolve, it will serve as a critical flashpoint in the ongoing discourse surrounding electoral processes and the integrity of democratic institutions. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.